If your height is under 6 feet, like 5.4, 5.6, you no need to worry about that, because height not matters to look fashionable and stylish. According to Google, the average of men is 5.9. Over the millions of influencers also say that.
So you gotta stop thinking small and you have to start thinking big. So like I said, I know how it feels. It can easily turn into one of your biggest insecurities, especially with the ladies. And if you let that insecurity get to you, it's not gonna help you with the ladies at all. And it's also not gonna help you with your fashion. And let me tell you why. A lot of it just comes down to overcompensating. Whether it be overcompensating by buying so much hype and showing how much money you have, or you trying to be so alpha and the dominant one with that big dick energy.
You wanna step outside? You wanna step outside? Huh? I'm not scared, pal.
Overcompensating. Listen guys, always trying to take up space, having perfect posture 100% of the time, speaking in a neutral tone of voice, that ain't it. Believe me, I've gone through it. It's ridiculous. Your height is predetermined and there's really nothing you can do about it. Literally nothing can be done besides wearing footwear that does add some height. So don't focus on what you can't do, focus on what you can do. You can start working out, building that confidence within yourself. Learn how to socialize and maintain relationships. And just overall being comfortable in your own skin, accepting all your flaws, will compensate, not overcompensate, for everything that sucks about being short. I like to think of it like this. There's these things that you can buy for your shoes that adds maybe an inch of height or so. Listen, buying something like that is just giving into your insecurity, in my opinion, of course. Like, hey, if you get some boots that add maybe an inch or two of height, that's totally cool. But don't buy boots just for the heights. I think it should be that you appreciate the boot, the design and all that good stuff, and you feel like you can style it well. But that's just me. You do you. How I like to see is, like, if you're just a cool dude, then you're just a cool dude. The last thing I think about is how short you are. So now we got that mindset out the way. That's like the biggest hurdle for a lot of guys, especially me, since I struggled with that for years. But now let's dive into the fashion aspects of it, and specifically color. For the most part, wearing a monochromatic or achromatic color theme is probably the way to go. Doing so is going to show off a more uniform silhouette. It's not really going to make you taller or anything like that, but you're not going to be able to tell where the torso ends or where the leg starts. And that's the benefits of wearing a solid color theme. And whenever you have a bunch of contrasting colors, there's going to be little breaks in your fit, which is going to show where your legs start. And if you have stumpy legs, yeah, you might look shorter if you care about that stuff. My go-to fit is always that gradient achromatic look, basically following that grayscale color spectrum. And if you want to know more about color blocking and colors that work, I will leave a link down below, and I will also have an upcoming video on my favorite color combinations coming very soon. As far as footwear goes, you guys know what already. You guys have heard it plenty of times. Anything that adds height. Boots, Air Force Ones, yada yada yada. Not much more to elaborate on that, but I would say just be careful with your high top sneakers. Boots are fine, of course, but with high top sneakers, just make sure they fit your proportions. What you don't want is a sneaker that goes halfway up your leg. Something like the Nike SF Air Force One High, that would definitely go halfway up my leg. It's just not a very good look, and it's definitely not gonna fit your proportions if you're really short. And speaking of proportions, this concept is probably the most important thing to get down when it comes to fashion, especially if you're a short dude. So back in 2015, 2016, y'all remember what was trending back then? Scoop tees, long line tees, y'all remember that? Well, let's just say it's horrible for dudes like us. Why? Because it messes up your proportions. Having an elongated tee just extends way past your boy, making it look like your legs start lower and it's just thrown off. Also, the oversized fitment is popular right now, and you can still rock it, but you just have to be a little bit careful. Check this oversized Carhartt shirt. It's a size large, and its cut is meant for someone 6 foot and over. And for me, it extends past small Johnny, so to compensate for that, I have to wear chunkier shoes or anything that'll extend my height. So just keep that in mind whenever you pick out a piece that's a size or two larger. But the ideal shirt for the shorter dudes, if you want that oversized look, is going to be a boxy tee. And if you guys don't know what a boxy tee is, think of an oversized shirt, that's loose fitting, but it hems at the waist area. This is going to make for better proportions because it fits like a normal t-shirt, but is loose fitting and not just 2 sizes up, which extends too far on your body. Like, check out this shirt from Uniqlo. This is probably the best shirt if you're a shorter dude and you want that oversized look. You guys see what I mean? Now, it's not to say you can't just size up on normal tees. I've done that myself. You're just gonna have to think about your proportions as you're styling the fit. For the pants, you're always gonna hear, oh, skinny jeans are going to make you look taller. It's going to elongate your legs. I've even said that. But does it really? I don't know. Honestly, having a nice pair of slim, skinny fitting denim, that's totally cool. But to only stick to that fitment, I don't know about that. And so let's just say I disagree with my old self. Regular fit, slim fit, straight fit, whatever it is, I would suggest trying out something other than fitted pants. Not only does it make your taste in fashion more diverse, it's more fun, and you'll understand here in a sec. The only thing you gotta think about, and the one thing that you wanna avoid, is just heavy stacking, because that can really throw off your proportions. Now, the reason why you want a non-restrictive, slim, straight, relaxed, anything but skinny fitting pant is because of the sneaks. Now, this is just a personal thing that I mention all the time, and you're probably reciting it in your head right now, but I am 5'7", and I have size 11 feet. I look ridiculous if I wear skinny pants with a chunky ass shoe like the Air Force One. So all this comes down to is understanding yourself and understanding your specific proportions. Some people just have really broad shoulders, and for that, maybe fitted shirts are nice for you. And some people are really skinny with the guts, and so you're gonna wanna opt for a more boxy tee. Now, if you're my height and you wear size 9, don't even worry about it. Wear your skinny denim with Air Force Ones. But in general, if you're going to be wearing chunky sneakers, a solid pair of non-skinny fitting pants will help compensate for the chunkiness, making for better proportions. Here's an example of bad proportions. I'm wearing an oversized Carhartt shirt, skinny ass track pants, and Air Force Ones. Now, the Air Force Ones do add enough height to compensate for the length of the shirt, but the skinny track pants and the chunky sneakers, that ain't it. Instead, something like the Nike Lab ACG cargo pants with the Air Force Ones and a boxy shirt from Uniqlo just makes for better proportions. I hope you guys understand what I'm talking about. This comes down to you. Just look at the mirror and be genuinely honest with yourself if the fit looks right. And that's really it, guys. Understanding proportions is the main concept that you want to grasp whenever it comes to fashion. I personally just ignore colors. I wear whatever color I want, contrasting, monochromatic, whatever it is. Just remember, having a good mindset and knowing your shape and proportions is all that really matters.
These are the fashion tips for short guys. If you want more content like this, subscribe.